Okay, let's see. What I've got tonight is a little short demo on how to record a demo using Zoom. And because my live demonstrations don't always go the way they're supposed to, I go ahead and record these and I can just play them back. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. And what I'm going to share is this little video. And it goes something like this. Today we're going to talk about recording in Zoom and how to record perhaps a demo or a tutorial. Right now, I have running on the screen the regular desktop of my computer, and this is, of course, the Zoom panel. And over here we have the little wheel that is the settings, and what we want to do before we start is click on that, go down to recording, and make sure that we have all of these set the way we want them to be. So we've got the recordings to be stored on my scratch disk in a folder called Zoom, and that's fine. If you want, you can choose a location to save the recording after the meeting is over. So you can go back in and say, well, I don't want to put it there, I want to put it in another folder. It's very simple. Optimized for the third-party video editor, that just means that it's going to record a little higher quality. If you're going to take it over to something like Premiere Pro or any other editing program for that matter, but since we're Adobe, it's going to be Premiere Pro CC 2020. Okay, we'll get into that in August when I do a little demonstration on the beginnings of how to use Premiere Pro, but that's August. Right now we're going to do a demo in a demo in a demo. We want to record the video during screen sharing, and we also want to keep a temporary recording file. Now, it should automatically start recording when you start, but if you forget to push that button, like I did at the AMOG AV photo group last week, you still got a temporary file that you can open and save and edit and so on. So make sure that you do that just in case. All right, the settings of where we want them. Again, back to the screen. We're going to start a new meeting, and here it is. And this is me in the new meeting. We're using the audio right now. The audio for this is coming through the microphone on my laptop. You can see down here you've got a pause or stop recording button. If you want to stop it in the middle, up here on this side, you can see that it is recording. The little red dot is going on. So we've been going 20, it also shows you the time we've been going for 30 seconds. So we have one participant, and that's me. So I want to show you something. I want to show a demo. I want to show a tutorial. I go down here and I click share screen. Now it tells me, what do you want to share? Well, I can share my iPhone for one thing. I can share my iPhone through AirPlay. I can put up a whiteboard and I can draw on the whiteboard, or I can share this desktop that we're on right now. And that's what I'm going to choose, and that we're going to say share. Now, as you can see, we are screen sharing. We can stop it here. You've got several buttons up here that you can use, annotate being one of them, and I'll quickly show you annotate. It pops up and it gives you the ability to draw, and if you want to put a box or a circle, let's say we want to put a circle around the meeting, so it highlights it so we can see it. You can undo that. If you want to put a stamp, you've got the choice of like an arrow. If I want to point at the back to meeting, I can do that. So while you're doing your demo, you can certainly go in and add things, undo that. Okay, because what we want to do is show you what a demo looks like. So I'll go over here on my computer and say Photoshop. Actually, I've got to I've got the arrow going. I don't need the arrow. I want to turn that off. There, I want to go back to the mouse. Yeah, see, I've got two arrows over here. That's not right. So I go to Photoshop, and we launch Photoshop, and we say create new. And when we create a new one, we don't really care what size it is. This one's 9 by 7. Hit create, and we've got a blank document. Okay? Now this blank document, I'm going to use the Photoshop text tool. I'm going to click right in here, and we're going to say Lorem Ipsum. That, of course, is a very famous Greek philosopher. I think you all know him. Very, very famous works. Anyway, enough of that. We've got Lorem Ipsum here, and if we go up to the, with it all selected, go up to the line of fonts, the drop down, you see as you go down the list, it changes to whatever font you land on. So I say Arial Black, go back over here, and I messed it up. Okay, that's what happens. All right, we're going to go back over here. We're going to go to Arial Black. There. You got to double click it, and I thought I did, but I didn't. That's what happens in a demo. That's why, if you're recording it this way, you can go back into Premiere and cut out the mistake and make it look like you know what you're doing. So anyway, you can see that by going down the list, you can change. And if you want to change the font, if you want to change just part of your piece there, we can go here and we can say, let's make it Acumen Pro Wide. Double click, and now we've got two different fonts in the same text area. So something you probably already knew, but it's something to show us how a demo would work inside this demo of Zoom. So we'll close this, don't save that, close Photoshop, and we're back here. Now we can stop sharing that screen. Well, actually, let's stop sharing the screen there. And then over here, you'll see end, because I'm going to end the meeting. When I end the meeting, what we've just done is going to be recorded and transformed into an MP4 file. So we're going to end the meeting for everybody. And you get a little window that pops up. It says, I'm converting the meeting recording. And it takes it a minute or two. You know, it's not incredibly fast, but it is fast. It doesn't take long at all to convert this to an editable MP4 file. And 37, it's the countdown in reverse. 48, 51, we're halfway, we're more than halfway. 60%, we're cranking along here. Okay, that's about as entertaining as I can be watching the progress bar move across the screen. 80, 90, 95, 96, 98, boom, done. Okay, it's converted it. Now, as we saw before, it's going to save the recording at scratch disk, Zoom, and the name of the recording. Now, I'd set this up before, but if you didn't want it to go there, you can go over here and say, choose a new location and decide where you want it to go. I think we're fine here. And we're going to say save. And what it's going to do is it's going to go over to the scratch disk, into the Zoom folder, and here we've got the files that we just made. If I'll open that one, you'll see what you have in that folder is the Zoom MP4, which is the actual file. And up here, you've got the audio only file. So you might want to go in and change the audio, do something with it, cut out a boo-boo or whatever. So if I click on the Zoom, it's going to pop up. And it's going to pop. There it is. It's going to pop up and give us this playback. And here we go. We've got the playback here. We go back down to here, and you can see where we were doing the demo. I'm I'm up here in the corner at that point. And, it's everything we did. You can move it along, changing it, getting rid of it, going back here, and then stopping. Okay, that's the playback. And that guy just keeps talking. I don't know. Anyway, you can see the playback. That's basically all there is to it. Now you've got the MP4 file, which you can then take over to Premiere and edit it, cut things out or whatever. And at that point, you can also export it again as a different size file if you want to make it a file for YouTube or for Vimeo. In Premiere Pro, there are settings for that. You just click on it. Anyway, that's something for another day. We see that we can record, and we can record a demo here in the Zoom file. So August, I believe, I've got the long demo here at SAWS, where I'm going to be talking about the basics of Premiere Pro, and we'll probably use a file like this to go in and cut and edit and so on. So that's it for this one. Appreciate everybody's attention, and till next time, we'll go back to live Zoom. And there we have it. That was a little 11-minute piece to talk about recording a demo or a tutorial in Zoom, and then being able to, as I just did, play it back during a meeting, something like that. So that's what I've got.